Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to show you my, what do I even call this cabinet? The simple term would be craft cabinet, but for some reason the word craft to me feels like I'm just over here playing with like popsicle sticks and glue guns. And not that I haven't done that, but I feel like it's just not quite the right word. So I fondly refer to this as my creative cabinet. It has all of my creative supplies in here. Just kidding. It has about 90% of my creative supplies in here. But I love it. This was a thrift store purchase. It's an IKEA cabinet. And you know, if you know IKEA, then you know that like you need to reserve your whole day to build something like this. So this was a great find at a thrift store because we bought it fully assembled and we just had them deliver it. And by we, I mean my husband, because he surprised me with this cabinet. I fell in love with it at the thrift store and he just surprised me with it for my birthday. So there's a lot of really good space in here, and I just love that when you close the doors, obviously you would close the doors, right? Like I have no reason to keep the doors open, but when you have the doors closed, everything just looks clean. It's not an eyesore, and I just know that everything is in there. So I'm gonna take you through each section and, you know, briefly go over what's in there, and maybe you'll enjoy it. I love watching these kinds of videos, so I thought I would share mine. I'm gonna start with the least fun stuff first, and it's just the stuff that's here on the bottom. I feel like this is like the more like tools and things. So I don't know how to best film this, so it's gonna be kind of wonky, and I'm just holding it with my hand. So we're just gonna do our best. I could have like set it up if I were smart, but I didn't. So in this bin, I have all of my jewelry making things, and it's a lot. I'm not gonna take it all out. We can use our imagination here, but it's just all of like the tools and all sorts of beads. There's a bunch of different kinds of beads. I like to keep them organized, just because when I want to make some jewelry, I don't want to be looking for stuff. In the middle of these, I just have like a light board. I'm thinking that that's what you call it. And it's a kid's light board. Is this Crayola? Yeah, it's Crayola. But Santa brought it for the kids a couple of Christmases ago and they weren't too impressed, and I've actually found it to be very useful. So I keep that. Then in here, I just have some tools that I don't frequently use, like a die cut thingamajig you can see, and like a sticker maker thing, which I need to buy replacement tape for, and all of my dies are in here. This belongs to my Cricut. It's like the plug. And then back here I've got like my sewing machine pedal. So that's just all like, you know, things that you need but you want to keep out of sight. Then up here I've got my long arm stapler, which I love. I've got my Cricut. Then I have my laminator here. I have a like a hole punch. And I've got, these are bookbinding tools. So just like needles, thread, stuff like that I use for bookbinding. And there's an owl in there. And then I've got some paper stock for my printer. And then we can move to this side. On the bottom over here, I've got a bunch of canvas. This canvas I got from Michael's, and then these like skinnier canvas I got from Dollar Tree. Don't sleep on Dollar Tree, guys. You're gonna see me mention Dollar Tree a lot. Then I've got, you know, just kind of a bunch of empty notebooks. I'm that person that cannot resist like a sale of notebooks, and So if, you know, after back to school shopping is over and like Staples or whatever has a sale, I just can't resist. Then I guess I have, what is this thing called? What are you called? I can't remember. When I get my life together, I'll put it in the caption. I've got my calligraphy book here, which is good to practice. Some flow books. I love flow. My husband gifted me those too. And then this is, that's a painting that I did a long time ago. It was supposed to be inspired by Blake Lively in that movie that I will put in the caption because I don't remember. And I just loved her wardrobe in that movie. These are like some of the pocket letters that people have sent me. Love. And I can't get that in right now. I have this binder here that just kind of has like scraps and stuff that I use for mixed media. Some things that I've cut out of magazines, some of my own artwork that I've just printed photocopies of, things that I've printed from Pinterest, just things to use for mixed media. Random envelope, probably there's photos in there. A Rhodia notepad, which is great for hand lettering because it's nice quality paper that's really easy on your brush pens. We've got like mixed media collage book, which has a bunch of collage pages that you can use in mixed media. Here's another one such thing, and some flow magazine. Oh, it's called an easel. Okay. Over here, I've got some spare Bluetooth keyboards. Don't ask me why, we have 3. And like my washi thing that I got years ago from Michael's. It kind of pulls out like that. It's really convenient. There was a time that I was super into washi. So believe it or not, this is like the purged version of that collection. I know people have more, but I also know that there are people that have less. So I think I have a pretty decent collection. And then these bins just have like different papers and stuff. So sheet protectors, photo paper, like tracing paper, vellum. I try to keep everything in a separate like package so that, you know, I can easily find it. And then same here, like I've got some carbon paper, which is great for like tracing projects. I used this a lot early on when I was practicing how to draw. That's a good video. So I'm not even gonna get into it. Some canvas scraps, these are like, what do they call it? I'm not gonna make it up. It's a palette paper pad. So, and that way you can use it as a palette instead of having to have an actual palette. Then you can throw it away. Vellum, tracing paper, you get the gist. Things like that. Let's move up. Let's go to the first drawer. And this one is just lots of different tools. I got all of these 3 bins, and you should know something about me. I do not like odd numbers. The only reason I think that I only have 3 is if they didn't have 4 when I bought it. Oh, no, they did have 4, and one of them was broken, and I had to throw it out. I got these from Dollar Tree. So that's why I didn't even go back to like exchange or anything like that. But I don't like buying things in odd numbers. So I was really annoyed when I put this all together and there was like not a 4th one to put here, and welcome to what it's like in my brain. But I did put this kind of little toolbox in here, so it's fine, it's fine. In here, I've just got like some paracord that I used for a project, and like some of this like cheap, it's not thread. Was it knitting wool? I don't know. I bought this mainly so that the kids could, let me see if I find the needles. The needles should be in here. Yeah, it was a kit that I bought from Amazon, and it came with these needles, and it was just to do a craft with the kids where they can like draw on cardboard and like sew their images with that thread. You get me? All right, so there's that. One-handed is a little interesting. And then in this one, I've got my 2 glue guns. One was, I think they were both from the Michaels, like cheap spot. And then in here is all of my glue. I've got some gold and silver from Dollar Tree, some regular ones. Most of the glue is from Dollar Tree, some of it is from Michael's. I don't discriminate. Sorry if this is kind of all over the place. Like I said, I didn't set up a tripod. I'm holding it with my hand. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, this one just is basically for mixed media, and it's just got like a bunch of different tissues and stuff that you use for mixed media. Some of the tissues are things that we just got as part of gifts, like this one. This is like LOL tissue. These are like, I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but I will put it in the caption when I get my life together. But those are her tissues. And then these are tissues that I found. I think this seems like it's from the Target like birthday section. And it's just, you know, when I find a nice tissue, I get it. And then this is kind of like my mixed media toolkit. And I just keep like all of my brushes that I use for like acrylic, and then palette knives are in here as well. And then my Tim Holtz splatter brush, fantastic, that's in here. And then I keep like painter's tape, which is great for mixed media for various reasons. And so when I'm gonna do anything that has to do with acrylic or mixed media, I just take this whole thing. So that's that. I'm gonna leave the best one for last, and in my opinion, the best one is the one with the pens, but you know, you tell me which one of these areas is gonna be your best. I guess I gotta get on my tippy toes here. This one, all of these are also from Dollar Tree. This is a recurring theme, I already told you. And it just basically has all of my mixed media supplies, I would say. I've got like some inks, I've got some scribble sticks. I think I got two people gave them to me for Christmas, or no, I think I had bought one for myself and then somebody gave it to me for Christmas because people know I like these things. These are like cotton dabbers and brushes and stuff. This is a bunch of stamps. This one has like stamping ink and like some, are they gel stamps, plastic stamps? I don't know. We've got a rogue stencil. That's not where it belongs. Some more stamps. I don't love stamping. If you know me in my personal life, Anna, if you're watching, honey, then you know I don't like stamps. I use them mainly for mixed media, but I have plans for using a stamp soon, so stay tuned. This is my embossing stuff. Wax melts and like, you know, the wax melting spoon and all that jazz. Some Crayolas because, you know, you always need them. The Faber-Castell, what are these called? My mind is so bad right now. It's because I'm trying to rush. My husband took the kids outside. The gelatos. I haven't used them in a while. I gotta use them. And then paint pens. Then we've got my gesso, Mod Podge. This brush that I got from like a planner convention or whatever, I don't know what you call it. Yeah, I think it's called a convention. Texture paste, clear gesso. This is to clean my brushes. This is gel medium, and this is a gel printing plate. So basically, you know, the tools of the trade for mixed media. Now this one is mainly, well, crafting, yeah. So all of these, I think I got these from Michael's, but just like embellishments and things. And I kind of try and separate them by like theme. So this is like all Valentine's Day stuff. And these are like all DIY, you know, things. And then Christmas. Looks like this is like sequent, more sequins. That's a lot of sequins. These are like punches that I've made, kind of like a little kit for myself so I don't have to always be punching stuff. And then in the front, I've got beads for making things. And these are kind of like old jewelry that I've taken apart to make stuff. If you watch Treasure Books, Natasha's channel, then you'll know why I have like a massive stash of like old jewelry. This is a coin envelope. This is a coin envelope maker from We Are Memory Keepers. And I feel like I'm missing a piece, but I bet you it's here. It's in here somewhere. An envelope maker and a watch repair kit. I've got this because I'm a watch nerd. I love watches. And I tried to get my battery changed in Chicago and they wanted to charge me like $20 per watch, which is like, are you kidding me? So I bought this kit for $10 and like I remembered, wait a minute, I know how to change batteries. When I worked in retail, I had to learn how to do that. So yeah, I bought myself a kit and now I change my own batteries. This is empty with potential. These are some punches, a massive punch, some tulle, some thread for my sewing machine, and that's that. And now my favorite space is this one, Le Pens. I love it here. This is a lot for me. I don't know what your pen collection looks like, and I feel like the average person does not have a pen collection, but in my like environment of like writers and artists and like creative people, like this is either A, normal, or B, maybe even on the small side. But again, like show up in the comments, tell me what you think. This is also like I've amassed this collection over the course of 6 years. I didn't start out this way. I started out with, I think it's always normal for me to maybe have had this much, but that would have been like pens, paper, pens, pencils, markers. It wouldn't have just been all pencils. But anyway, let's have the tour. This is all just pencils. And a lot of them is that I've got them on sale from Staples, which is right downstairs from me. That's a problem for my husband. I've got some Palomino Black Wings. The gray one is my favorite. The white one, it writes like butter, but it's very like, I don't know. It's very like carbon-y to me. I feel like if you happen to brush it with your wrist, it can be a little messy. Then we've got like some expo markers, which the kids usually use for remote learning whenever their classroom has to quarantine. Knock on wood, they haven't had to in a few months. Some fatter Crayolas. I just keep a stock because like my kids always lose theirs, and so here we are. Some random pens. Then these are kind of like Sharpies and just a few more dry erase board pens. This one is fabric pens. I didn't have space to put an extra one of these, so they had to share space with my Papermate flares. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I don't know if you're noticing it, but these are Crystal Light tubes. We drink lots of Crystal Light in this family, and I just love like reusing things. And so yeah, this is like a hot chocolate thingamajig. And I just can't see like why would I throw it away just to buy something to put those markers in? Why would I do that? And I'm Puerto Rican, so like of course we're gonna have the bustelo, huepa. All right, so moving on. Then we've got these brush pens, Prisma, I think these are, yeah, Prisma color. And I shouldn't say that with a question mark, but I haven't had a chance to use them. Yikes. These are the Stained by Sharpie, and technically I believe they are fabric markers, but I can't believe anybody would do that because they're brush pens. And I only have one hand, so I can't show you every marker. Why would I ever ruin this brush pen on fabric? It's not gonna happen. So that, then we have like Tombow and Marvi Uchida mixed in. I used to have them separated, but when I reorganized this cabinet, I decided to just organize it somewhat by color. So some are Marvi and some are Tombow. Where are you at? See, some are Tombow. They're both relatively the same. They have like relatively the same size brush tip. I can talk to you more about that on a separate video if you are interested. These are all kind of like drawing pencils. Some of them are like you know, like super dark, super soft, and there's just different kinds of pencils. And this is my favorite mechanical pencil because this eraser is everything. It's a Pentel, I think, I don't know. And then we've got the mild liners. This is only half of the colors that I have. The other half is on my desk. Then I've got here the chubby Faber-Castells, which I really enjoy. And then there's like a dual-ended Faber-Castell as well. Those are all chubbies. Then we've got here, what is this? What is this? The Pentel Touch brush pens are in here. Then your regular Faber-Castell brush pens are here. What is your name? The Art Line Sticks. These are really cool. They stick together like Legos. And the tip is really nice to control. I'm feeling like I'm gonna need to do like a brush letter lineup video because I just can't explain everything to you right now. I feel the pressure of my husband coming upstairs with 2 loud kids. These are Crayola, the skin tones, coloring pencils and markers, some coloring pencils. These are the Prismacolor. There was a time when I first started, so these are like at least 5 years old. I don't have my glasses on me. Let's put them on. Let's see, what's your name? Pilot High Tech. I love them. They come in a ton of colors and the tip is so fine. It's just so nice to write with. But I don't tend to write in different colors. I tend to just write in black and then like do details in colors. Maybe it's just I gotta get over myself, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon. The Staedtler Triplus. Those are these guys. And then here we have our Stabilos over here. Then we have to have regular ballpoint pens. All of this collection is amazing. I love it. I like this for me, but no, we gotta have a ballpoint pen. I love writing in ballpoint pen. It's the OG, and so we're gonna go with that. I have some DIY like watercolor brush pens. So I just bought like the water brush and then just filled it in with some watercolor. I'll show you which one when we get to that section. These are watercolor pencils by Derwent's. And these are some, what are these called? These cloths, you know, it's just cloths. I usually use them for watercolor or when I'm painting and I need to clean or dry my brush. Microfiber. We've got like sharpeners. These are the ones that I let the kids use. This is my electric sharpener, some chalk. I'm not sure what's in there. My staples, my staple refills. And oh, I think in here are more of my favorite erasers. Hold up. Yeah, these are all of my erasers. These Pentel erasers, ask my friend Lindsay. I sent her a couple in Happy Mail and she's been addicted ever since. I won't turn back. It's my favorite. All right, and then watercolor, where are you? Okay, so now let's get into the cabinet. So this basically has all of my watercolor up here and some like pen pal supplies down here. This is like, you know, envelopes and baggies and stuff that I might use for pen pal mail. And then here are some more tools like my crocodile, my like, I don't know what you call this, some kind of blade to cut paper, but I usually use this one. And oh yeah, this is what I needed for that coin thing. Some fun scissors, which are always good. My fabulous mini punch, the Tim Holtz. And then in here, I think I have, again, I don't remember what this is called off the top of my head because I'm trying to do this quickly. I will add it in the caption. Right here, we've got some Project Life cards, some. I tried to purge a lot, and so that's what I left myself with. And then this binder, they used to sell these at Target. I haven't seen them in a long while, but it's just got, I got the plastic sleeve protectors and I just use it for my stickers, which is a shame that I have like this kind of sticker collection. I need to like start using them more in Happy Mail because I don't really use stickers in. These I also got, these bins I got from Dollar Tree. These bins I got from Dollar Tree, and I just put that there so I can slide it in and out. These also are from Dollar Tree. And I love how you just grab them there and it comes out. So this has all of my, I don't think they're called watercolor ink. Can't remember. Oh, concentrated watercolor. So this is what I used to make those watercolor brushes. I just put, it is like super duper concentrated. So I literally just put like 2 or 3 drops and then filled it up with water, and you get like very pigmented color. Some cloths for, you know, wiping my brush. My Liquitex acrylic ink, which I love. If anything I want a collection of is Liquitex acrylic ink. Hit me up, Liquitex. Okay, this is like a watercolor kind of backstock thing, and that is supposed to be my watercolor swatch book, but I've yet to really use it. And then here we've got these Jane Davenport aqua pastels. They're awesome. And then I've got my watercolor tubes and my gouache tubes. And then in here, well, I made the biggest mistake of getting rid of the packaging for these watercolors. And I have been forever trying to figure out a way to store them now. So they have to live in 2 separate containers. It annoys me every time I look at it. I've learned my lesson. Okay. Then over here, we've got more of these Dollar Tree. Yes, have you noticed? There's 3 here and there's only 2 here. Does this keep me up at night? Yes, it absolutely does. But I feel like I did okay, like mending the situation. But yeah, you best believe that the moment that I find another one of these at Dollar Tree, I will be getting it. This one has all of my Liquitex acrylics. This came from a game and I kept it because I think it's going to be a great stencil for mixed media. So that's why that's here. These are the acrylics that I will let my family use. And these are the palettes and the brushes that I will let them use. Call me petty. And then these are kind of like the craft whatever acrylics that you find at Target and Michael's. I just keep those there. I feel like these are more glossy and these are definitely more dry. Not the reason why they're separated, they're just because I'm anal. Oh, this is something that I apparently was working on. I don't know when. Here we have a set of like, I feel like these are like alcohol markers or something, and the Antiquarium sticker book, which I would probably only use for mixed media. Here is like glues and like all sorts of adhesives and cards, which are great for mixed media to do like ATC cards maybe. I've done like 2 ATC cards in my artistic life. And then here I have all of my stencils are in this binder. I'll show you that. It's kind of like a rinky-dink way that I did it. But I just used these things and then some sheet protectors. I mean, it does the job. It allows me to like find my stencils easily. One of these days we'll improve that. I need to get another one of those cool binders. So yeah, so it's the stencils, and then we've got like some heavy mixed media paper in different colors, some chipboard, and some like packaging that I just like to save it because you can reuse it for projects and stuff like making notebooks. My dryer, and that's that cabinet. So these bins that are up here, just this one kind of has like random stuff. Let's see, this one, looks like it's a bunch of pen pal stuff that has been sent to me that is waiting to be sorted. I've got a big pen pal project in my mind. I just haven't had time to do it. This has like a bunch of paper clips that I'm gonna give to the kids' teachers. Don't judge me. And then like all of those envelopes, those plastic envelopes with the slide, I got all of those from Dollar Tree, and I use them to separate like my little baggies, my envelopes, labels, things like that. So everything in there is separated. What's this? These are all like notebooks and things that I have purchased like on clearance. I'll show you. Like Jane Davenport Traveler's notebook thingamajig. I got this at Michael's for like $3, I think. Like all of these things I got like under $5. This from Michael's too. From Michael's, random envelope. I think that might have been a gift. And then this was a gift from a planner conference. These, this one I got from Staples for $2, and it's like a wallet, but I'll link it. I did a tutorial on how I kind of turned this, well, not kind of, I did a tutorial on how I turned this into some Happy Mail for someone. I made it into like a cute little traveler's thing. So if you ever see wallets like that at Target or whatever, you should grab it and make Happy Mail. This is a passport holder that I got from Target for like $3, and I got a couple of them, and yes, it was with an intention to make it into a Happy Mail thing. So here's some extra ones. Those are the ones from Target. Extra notebooks and some tissue paper. So I'm not gonna bring those down because they're pretty heavy, but this guy has a couple of bins that I am still figuring out where to put it. So it doesn't live there. I don't like that you can see it over the top. My husband hates it too. So that's like, I'll get to that at some point. This guy has like a bunch of packaging for shipping. So like a bunch of Amazon envelopes that like I repurpose to send things, and then like boxes and things like that. And then this one has like pouches and little, you know, I don't know, little organizing things that are in there that are currently not being used. Yeah, that's a really fast, I feel like I'm out of breath, but that's the fast and furious tour of my cabinet. It lives next to our balcony and that's the new home of my printer. We just set up my filming space on my desk, and so we took everything away that didn't have to be there, that didn't have anything to do with filming. It's meant to inspire me to film, and here I am filming, guys. I hope you liked this tour. If you did, please like this video. If you haven't already, I hope that you'll consider If you haven't already, I hope that you'll consider subscribing. And yeah, let me know what you think. I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Ooh, this is fun. That'll make a good picture. Let's hold on to that. Yowza.